Hey there, dear ones. This is Cynthia Daddona from cynthiadaddona.com, providing tips for you to living well with an intention and joy. And today I want to talk to you about a dear subject of mine. Your words, they have power. I'm creating this video at the request of my dear dad, who gave me my first self-help book, The Power of Positive Thinking by Reverend Norman Vincent Peale, when I was 10, and now he is my superest fan. He told me to make a video for him and that it could also help other people going through life challenges. He's right now in the hospital getting ready for surgery tomorrow. So I am filming this, and this wisdom will be timeless. What can you do to comfort yourself and loved ones when you're going through a health challenge or an illness? First of all, just know it's okay to not feel okay. And if you're not feeling okay right now about all this, hopefully this video will help you. One thing I tell myself is, even with all this stuff going on all around me and whatever is happening, I can be safe inside. I go inside, I take a little break, and I breathe. Breathing, they found that cuts the cortisol, and I believe connects you with your divine energy and intuition like that. So I'll show you how. You breathe in for, hold for a minute, and then breathe out double. I learned that from Dr. Amen, the brain doctor. I've studied a lot of his work for optimal brain performance. I also find it decreases stress. So breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 1. And then breathe out double. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Do that 10 times, at least 3 times a day. Great to do at the end of the day as well. The other thing is, I am an affirmation queen or goddess. I love affirmations. Catherine Ponner, who I adore, who's the female Norman Vincent Peale, great pioneer in the, positive thinking. She's also a minister. She's written things for over 50 years. And this is a little book of hers, The Heart of Prosperity, 100 Powerful Quotes and Affirmations. So here's one. I have unshakable faith in the perfect outcome of every situation in my life, for God is in absolute control. Wow. How's that? I'm telling you and giving you this wisdom from our van, and I have to tell you, our van was a place that we lived for 2 years when my husband went through a health challenge back in 2011 to 2013. And that's when I became even more of an affirmation praying warrioress. I already did affirmations and had studied personal growth, and I was into affirmative prayer before all that happened. But it really showed me that the power of prayer turned it around. My husband is doing better. We were able to manifest a sweet little house by leaving the state of California and going to a more affordable small town in Arizona. And God's grace is amazing. So I call this my van of grace. We're on the road right now, and I'm filming this for you from the road so I can get it out to my dad. But I feel there are other people that need to hear this wisdom as well. So I will read you another affirmation. Persist and persevere, which is exactly what my father told me. Persist. Nothing can defeat me. I give thanks for the perfect, immediate, right results. I rejoice that I am now successful in all my ways. I did talk to my dad. He said he's got his fighting spirit up. And if you have someone who's not feeling well, or you're not feeling well, acknowledge those traits in you that you already have. So tell yourself, I am strong. I am aligned with my divine spirit. I'm divinely guided. I can go within for divine wisdom. Even though it may not look good in outer appearances, you can connect with that and know that there is a force stronger than you that can help you through this. I call it God. Some people call it divine energy, the universe. Even if you're not believing in that, you can still visualize and have an intention. See your loved one healthy. See yourself healthy. See yourself with that job you always thought of. Just hold that vision in your mind. My sister and I are seeing my dad in Florida with us, all healthy, with his family, having gone through the surgery and having recuperated and coming back even healthier than before. Another technique I learned was the Silva Technique. And they say, okay, picture in the left side of your mind a screen and see what's going on. Like, oh, I see my father, he's in the hospital. It took a while. The ER was so full. They didn't even have a bed for 24 hours, but now he's going into a room. Push that away to the left. Into the right, have come see him or yourself or any loved one as healthy, whole, complete. I'm holding the vision. My dad is smiling. He came through the surgery. He's got a circle of divine energy around him, and just enjoy that. The whole thing is to hook into the energy and to have hope. Have hope that you can come through everything. And I know there's, to see a loved one suffer or just be suffering yourself is not fun. Another doctor I studied, Dr. Nedley, who is great with mind and helping with anxiety and all that, he had a quote that I love. I may not like it, but I can stand it. He also said to try and catch yourself doing, negative thinking, turn it positive. Drink your water, your 8 cups of water. Play classical music to just figure out a way to go into that calming place, because that's where your power is. You may not feel safe in the outside or what's going on in the outer world, but you can just go within and say, I am safe within, and align with that divine power, that divine fighting spirit, open to having things come to you easily and effortlessly. Easily and effortlessly. The other thing, there is Sandra Ann Taylor. I love listening to her. She has a radio show. And she said to see your loved ones with a circle of angels around them. So I have extended even more. I see a circle of God's angels around myself, my husband, around my dad, around my family members, around the world, around my neighborhood, around my house before I go to sleep at night. All these around our van. So you are not, if you can affirm, visualize, and pray, you are not hopeless. Not at all. And there's a lot of resources that can be done. Here's another Catherine Ponder affirmation. Divine intelligence is in charge of my life. I am now open, receptive, and obedient to its rich instructions and guidance. So words are wonderful. I call the hospital to ask for, most hospitals have something called spiritual care. And it was delightful. I was able to, no one was allowed in the ER, so you couldn't see my dad. And my dad's on the other coast. And gratefully, I had just spent 10 days there. And I have siblings there. So I'm so grateful that they're there. And we had a wonderful love fest visit, food and eating. And I was also praying over my dad because he was going through health stuff there. So, but it was just great, divine timing. And I used my intuition to figure out when I was supposed to go. Might be, returning back, of course, again. But for now, I am sending my spiritual team to be with him, God's spiritual team. And my siblings are there, and they'll be with him after he wakes up from the surgery. But I call the spiritual care department, which most hospitals have. And they said that they can just be emotional support and go check in, or they can do prayers, whatever you want. So I called, and my dad sent me a text saying, thank you so much, because they checked in on him when he was at the ER for 24 hours due to the hospitals being so crowded. He is getting a room, so I am grateful, and his surgery will be tomorrow. But they were so divine. And they told me that my dad was amazing, that he had all his books. He's studying all research on health, medical, and then, spiritual things to uplift himself. And just really great to hear that. That's what he instilled in me. So when I called the hospital, the woman at the reception said her dad was also in the hospital. And I said, well, try praying. No, she said she was praying. We're praying for each other's dads. And I said, what a great resource is that I have used for years and had most amazing results. Research has confirmed that the power of prayer works. There was Dr. Larry Dossey, Dossey. He wrote a book, and he prayed for half of his patients without them knowing, and the other half, he didn't pray for them. He was a doctor. He found that the ones he prayed for got better faster, spent less time in the hospital, and it was a great experiment. So to pray, when you need to bring in the full team for extra prayers, of course your prayers work, but why not get more people praying? The more the better. I call silentunity.org or 1-800-NOW-PRAY. It is affirmative prayer, and they affirm the best of the situation for you, and they pray for you for 30 days, and they often leave you with an affirmation. So that is amazing. They also have a You Pray app, which you can just put in the prayer right away. You can also put it online, silentunity.org, and they are just such an amazing resource. It's been going on for over 130 years now, I think, when the founder Myrtle Fillmore was able to change her thoughts and pray and change her whole lifestyle, and was able to heal herself of TB, where they told her she was going to die. And so as a result, this prayer vigil that is still going on today just took off around the country, around the world. And just so wonderful to know. What she did in her prayers is she blessed her body. She said, I am a child of God and I do not inherit sickness, because all of her family members had died of TB. Then she would take every single part of her body and she would see it with white light. And then she would say, every cell in my body is being filled with white light. My brain is being filled with white light. My heart is being filled with white light. And instead of always saying these body parts were sick, she started speaking praise over them, and she went on to live, I think, to the ripe age of 80s or 90s, but just amazing. And she would have been not here when she was in her midlife age. So prayer does work. There is hope. This is when I call it Pray It Forward. This is from Unity. I stand firm in faith that my needs are already fulfilled. I look past any appearance of lack or limitation to the truth that God is my unlimited source and supply. Love that. They also have a daily word, which I remember I've read that Maya Angelou reads it. I think, I saw Oprah recommended in her own magazine, Denzel Washington, but it's practical affirmations. This is for my dad's on November 9th. The word is life. I cherish my life and make the most of it. My life is mine for the making. I choose how to direct my energy, and I focus on how to prioritize my time. It's all again about your focus. And surely goodness and mercy shall follow you all the days of your life. That's from the word. Just wonderful. And what else do I use? Oh, I know. My dad told me to include this in here. Okay, Joel Osteen also used affirmative prayer, and I got my dad one of these, this affirmation cue before he went in the hospital. They actually said it was going to take 3 weeks. It showed up the day before. My dad told me that Joel is like a modern day Norman Vincent Peale. So he has daily inspiration, sermon, daily affirmation favorites. So I'm going to go to one of the affirmations, and you can just, instead of having to, of course, he's also online.
I declare God will do exceedingly, abundantly, above and beyond all that you ask, think, or imagine. Because you honor him, his blessings will chase you down and overtake you.
Okay, that was one. The other one I wanted you to hear, that you are a masterpiece. No matter what condition you feel your body's in or your mind, your soul is a masterpiece. Your soul can feel safe. Your soul has all that power. So, the outward appearances of things, which I learned when I was praying, I call the prayer line every single day for 2 years. That means thousands of prayers were said, because they pray for you for 24 hours, silentunity.org, 1-800-NOW-PRAY. But here's another affirmation.
I declare that God has made you special. You are not average. You have been custom made. You are one of a kind. Of all the things God created, what he is the most proud of is you. You are his masterpiece, his most prized possession. Hold your head up high, keep your shoulders back, knowing that you are a child of the Most High God, made in his image.
Woo! Amen to that. That was Joel Osteen and his cube. You can also, you can call, I think it's, his Lakewood Church. You can call any church. You can call Agape Church. You can call Unity. You can call your local churches. You can call national. You don't have to, be religious to receive prayer. It's literally about you and your direct connection to the divine, to God. So I hope that these tips have really helped you. And another thing I forgot is make sure you eat, because when your blood sugar, make sure you eat, even if it has to be every 2 hours, and make it healthy. Think green. Here's my greens juice I made before we left the house. Let's see. Ah, that is so good. This is spinach, a little pear, apple, celery, just divine. And then I'm an Italian American. Discovered I had some Greek roots. My hubby is Greek. So we made this huge Greek salad before we left, and we're eating that on the road. Just do whatever you can to keep your energy in a good space. Now, if you feel like you want to cry, that's okay too. I read that most emotions, and I find that, let yourself do it. It only lasts 90 seconds. It can pass right through you. I mean, if you're stuck in the grief for longer than that, then it's good to go to counseling and get help, and also, work with your health practitioner to see what could help, physically what's going on, and any, what you may need to help with that. So I just am here to, I'm sending you all my love, all my prayers. And these are things that worked for me. They may not work for you, but I hope that you will at least know that you are never hopeless. You can always find help within the divine. Ask people to help you. People love helping one another. If you don't have any friends or anything, reach out to, nonprofit organizations or churches. There's so many social workers, so many light workers out there that are doing an amazing job. So I'm just going to leave you that my wish for you is that that you can connect with that divine wisdom, and you can affirm that everything is in divine right order. You can do the deny, affirm prayers, like all these things that feel like they're coming against me. No. God is stronger. And then affirm what you want. I am healed, healthy, wealthy, prosperous, loving, whatever it is you want. First, deny it, but make sure you affirm what you want. I'm not saying deny the situation. I'm just saying the power of it overtaking you. Affirm that with God, you are stronger than this. With all things, God. With all things, what is it? With God, all things are possible. I've been going on for quite a while, but I guess I'm pretty passionate. Let me see in my notes if I have anything else. Oh, gratitude. Reframe a situation and play the gratitude game. So what it might be. Let's see. My dad's in the hospital. Oh no. Okay, but what am I grateful for about that? Oh, he fell. He fell like 10 days ago. Oh no. But because he fell and he eventually went to the ER and they did a CAT scan, they found what was going on and MRIs, what was going on in his whole body, and they caught it early. So I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for modern technology that is allowing me to make this video to help many, many people and uplift him. I am grateful for you who is, that you're watching this video, you're watching my channel. I am grateful for being well able, You know, if you got to clean the house and you don't feel like it or something, say, but I am well able and I have a house. And those of you who don't have a house, I am affirming that you find safe, affordable, attractive housing and a wonderful community, which is exactly what we found. But I affirmed that for 2 years and in prayer. So don't give up. Keep going. Be persistent. Pray. Listen to your divine inner wisdom. Give yourself some downtime and pat yourself on the back. Give yourself a big hug. Self-love and loving others is where it's at. So this is Cynthia Daddona signing off, sending you lots of love. Subscribe to all of my channels, Cynthia Daddona, and my e-newsletter that I send out occasionally, maybe more, at cynthiadaddona.com. Sending you love and blessings.